Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So inshallah we're going to see how we can measure the length of different things. So we're going to measure lines and shapes. On the board here I have three different lengths of lines, and I have a rectangle and a triangle. So to measure you need a ruler. So this is a ruler. Remember we have the metric system of measurement, and we're going to use a standard means of measurement. So on every ruler you have your calibration. So this ruler is calibrated in centimeters, so your ruler has to be in centimeters, and behind it you have inches. So if you're using a ruler of this length, it's probably about 30 centimeters long. You can also use a shorter ruler, and I'll show you how you can use a shorter ruler to measure a longer line. So to rule, you must look at the beginning of your ruler, at this edge. If you look carefully, you would see that there is no figure, but sometimes if it's a wooden ruler, you could have 0. So you always start from the 0 point. That is the beginning of your ruler, and the next number you see there is 1. And you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and it goes on like that. So to measure, you start at the beginning, which is 0, and then you count how many numbers your line is. Let's start. So the first line we start, we place our ruler at the beginning of the line, and we see the numbers. What number does it stop at? It stops at 25. So this line is 25 centimeters long. Remember, you can write your centimeter as cm. Then let's see the next one. Remember, put your ruler at the beginning of the line, and mark where it stops. It stops at 13. So this line is 13 centimeters long. Let's see the last one, which is definitely longer than the length of our ruler. So we start at the beginning as usual, and then when we get to 30, we mark the point of 30. Can you see right there? You mark the point of 30, remove your ruler and go back to that point to continue. So you have continue. You have 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. So you're stopping at 12. So this is 12. 30 plus 12 will give us 30 plus 12. 0 plus 2, 2, 3 plus 1, 4. So this line is 42 centimeters long. Now let's see how to measure the length of shapes like this. So the first shape we have here is a rectangle. So we're going to measure the straight lines. Is that clear? So the first thing to do is measure A to B. Remember, you place your ruler from the edge. So I'll place it at the edge like this and stop at where B is. And I can see that this first line is 25 centimeters. Because it's a rectangle, opposite lines are always equal. So if this is 25, the other one will also be 25. Well, let's check. Remember, place your ruler at the edge, and I also have what? 25 centimeters, mashallah. Now to measure the breadth, you start from the point at A. Remember, always start at the edge where the 0 is, and I stop at 12. This is 15 centimeters. 15 centimeters. Always put cm. If you don't put cm, then your number has no value. Let's measure the other side. We also have what? 15 cm. Now finally, let's measure our triangle. We want to know the length of A to B, A to C, and B to C. So we start from A to B. Remember to start at the edge, 0 edge, and take it down. So from here, my length is A to B is what? 17. What's A to C? start at the edge. A to C is what? 15. My B to C is what? 18. So this way you can measure the shapes in your textbook using a ruler. You could also use a tape measure, which is the one I showed you in the picture, that has the ones that the tailors usually use. So once you measure them, remember to write what? cm. If you prefer, you can write centimeter, but the normal thing, the most applicable thing is to write what? cm. If you have any questions, please send it to the group. I will be there to attend to you. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.